Today, my fight fans, we have got something so exciting for you this weekend. UFC 313, Pereira versus Ankalaev. What an absolute banger this weekend is going to be. Probably going to say that word a lot throughout this video, but I'm going to mean it because we've got your full breakdown here for UFC 313 from early prelims until the main event. I'm going to be going through it all, including the current sporting betting odds for each fight. So they might change come fight night, but for now, this is what they're looking like. So anyway, let's get you started. Early prelims, first fight of the night, Myron Santos versus Francis Marshall in the featherweight division. So the betting line has Santos as your 1.26 favorite to Marshall at a 4.00 underdog. Then Santos 15-1, 8 KOs. He's a striker. He got a second round KO in his UFC debut. Marshall 8-2, 1 KO, 4 subs. Freestyle fighter 2-2 in the UFC. I don't really think this is going to be a close one if the betting odds don't hint to that. So Santos is probably my pick for that one. Then, Chris El Guapo Gutierrez taking on John Castaneda in the featherweight division. The betting line has it close. Gutierrez a 1.95 underdog to Castaneda's 1.87 favorite. So Gutierrez is 21-6-2 in the UFC. He's got 9 KO TKO wins, 1 submission win. He's been in the UFC since 2019. He's 3-2 in his last 5 fights, but that does include a knockout win over Frankie Edgar. So Chris Gutierrez has been around for quite a while. Then Castaneda, 21-7. He's got 8 KO TKO wins, 6 submission wins. He is also 3-2 in his last 5. Both fighters coming off a loss in their last fight. Again, it's going to be close. I'm going to go against the betting here. I'm going to go for Chris El Guapo Gutierrez. That's my pick. Then, our final fight on the early prelims is Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal in the welterweight division. So the betting line, huge. I think this is our biggest underdog of the night, is Alex Morono at 5.5 to Carlos Leal's 1.16. So Morono 24-11 in the UFC, in his career, 6 KOs, 7 submissions. He's a jiu-jitsu specialist, but he is currently on a 2-fight losing streak. Leal, he's 21-6. He's got 10 KO TKO wins, 2 submission wins. He did lose in his debut. He is also a striker in the UFC. I've been fortunate enough to watch a lot of Morono's fights. He always puts on a show, but I do think it's going to go the way of Carlos Leal in this one. Then moving on to our prelims, we have our first fight. Jordan Santos versus Ozzy Diaz in the middleweight division. Betting line has Santos as the favorite at 1.48, Diaz underdog 2.7. Santos 10-1. He's got 3 KO TKO wins. He's got 4 submission wins. This is his UFC debut that he's making, coming from the Contender Series. Then he faces Ozzy Diaz, 9-3, 7 KO TKO wins, 2 submission wins. He lost in his debut via round 1 KO. This fight does also see Diaz have a 4-inch reach advantage. Again, it's another close one. Tough to pick. Santos in the debut, I think he might bring some fireworks, so I think I'm going to go with Santos on that one. Then Bruno Ferreira versus Armen Petrosyan in the middleweight division. Betting line has a 2.25 underdog Ferreira to Petrosyan's 1.67 favorite. So Ferreira is 12-2 in the UFC. He's got 9 KO TKO wins. 12-2 overall. He's got 9 KO TKO wins, 3 submission wins, and he's on a 9-fight finishing streak up to his UFC debut. 7 of those coming in the first round as well. He got a KO in his debut, then he lost by KO, then he got a double KO win. And in his last fight, he was submitted by Abus Magomedov. So he's had quite the run up to the UFC. Petrosyan's he's 9-4. He's got 6 KO TKO wins, 2-fight losing streak currently. And if you were lucky enough to watch it, he lost to Sharabullet via double spinning back fist KO in his last fight. That was quite something. This is another tough one to call. Petrosyan's got a bit more experience in the UFC. However, Ferreira is just a bit of a monster, so I'm actually going to take him on that one as the underdog. Then we have Joshua Van versus Ray Tsuruya in the flyweight division. So the betting line has 1.5 favorite for Joshua Van versus the 2.65 underdog of Ray Tsuruya. So Joshua Van also putting his ranking on the line. He's currently ranked 15th in the flyweight division in the UFC. He's 12-2. He's a freestyle fighter. He's got 6 KO TKO wins, 2 submission wins. He's 5-1 in the UFC on a 2-fight win streak. He dominated his last fight, and on the scorecards, he won a 30-27, a 30-26, and a 29-28. There's always one judge who's not quite sure what happened. Anyway, Tsuruya, he's 10-0, undefeated, 4 KO TKO wins, 4 submission wins, unanimous decision win in his UFC debut, racking up 6 minutes control time, 3 out of 8 takedowns landed, and 62 strikes landed. So he's quite a well-balanced fighter. This is again quite a tough one to call, but I think I'm going to go for the undefeated Tsuruya to keep that and go to 11-0. Then our final one on the prelims is an absolute banger. Curtis Blades versus Rizvan Kuniev in the heavyweight division. Curtis Blades, a nice 1.33 favorite to Kuniev's 3.40 underdog. Curtis Blades also putting his ranking on the line. He's ranked number 5 right now in the UFC heavyweight division. He's 18-5. He's got 13 KO TKO wins. He lost to Aspinall recently for the interim belt via that round 1 KO TKO, if you managed to see that. Then Rizvan Kuniev, he's 12-2-1 in his career, 6 KO TKO wins and 2 submission wins. He makes his UFC debut from the Contender Series as well. This is a tough debut to come up against Curtis Razor Blades, so I'm 100% backing Blades on that one. Then we are getting into our main card. So I gotta look again. I think this is a bigger underdog than the last one, but Bobby King Green, or just King Green as he goes by now, versus Mauricio Ruffi in the lightweight division. So King Green is a 5.00 underdog to Ruffi's 1.18. So King, long career, 32-16-1. He's got 11 KO TKO wins. He's got 9 submission wins. True legend of the game and always has some entertaining fights. Not sure if you saw the one where he fought against Jalen Turner and the ref almost let Turner kill him. That was a cool one to watch. But anyway, Jalen Turner also on this card. But anyways, then Ruffi, he's 11-1. He's got 10 KO TKO wins. He's got 8 in the first round. Always expecting fireworks when he's in the octagon. So between these two, it should be a striking clinic. It should be fun, but 100% backing Ruffi on this one. Then, our only women's fight on the card, we've got number 5 ranked Amanda Lemos versus number 7 ranked Yasmin Lucindo in the strawweight women's division. So betting line, Lemos is a 2.05 underdog to Lucindo's 1.8 favorite. Lemos 14-4-1 in her career, 8 KO TKO wins, 3 submission wins. She's fought once for the belt, losing to Weili Zhang by unanimous decision. And she's looking to make one last title run. I think she is about 37 at the moment. Then Yasmin Lucindo, she's 17-5. She's got 8 KO TKO wins, 3 submission wins. She's on a 4-fight win streak, 3 decisions and a submission win coming in that 4-fight win streak. Both are strikers with a whole lot to fight for. Lucindo, she's the younger fighter, 23 years old. She's up and coming for that title challenge, whereas Lemos at 37 is just hoping to have one last crack at it. Gonna be a tough one. You could go for the OG Amanda Lemos here, but tough ones to call. I think I'm going to say Lucindo for that one. Then, in the lightweight division, 13th ranked Jalen Turner puts his ranking on the line against unranked Ignacio Bahamondes. So the betting line has it close as well. Turner is the slight underdog at 1.95 and Bahamondes at 1.87. So Turner is 14-8 in his career. He's got 10 KO, TKO wins. He's got 4 submission wins. He's got some insane fights. He had an absolute classic against Dan Hooker where he, was just pummeling Hooker and Hooker wouldn't go down, and then, Dan ended up winning. Crazy fight. Then he almost murdered Bobby Green, like I just spoke about. And then he also tried to be cold against Renato Moicano and put him to like a one-punch KO. Didn't finish the fight, and then Moicano knocked him out. Epic. Then Bahamondes, he's 16-5. He's got 11 KO wins. He's got 1 submission win. Finally, he gets a shot at a ranked opponent coming off 2 first-round KOs. Going to be a type 1. Tough to call. I think I'm going to back Jalen Turner for that one. Then, now, the good stuff, the co-main event. Unfortunately, we were robbed of a beautiful co-main of Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker. But such is life. Anyways, number 3 ranked Justin Gaethje faces number 11 ranked Rafael Fiziev in the lightweight division for their rematch. Last fight went the way of Gaethje. This time, who knows? Betting line despicably has Gaethje at a 2.25 underdog to Fiziev's 1.68 favorite. Crazy stuff. Anyway, Gaethje's 25-5 with 20 KO, TKO wins, 1 submission win, coming off that fight of the year, brutal KO loss in the last second to Max Holloway at UFC 300. I'm sure you all saw that. Then Fiziev 12-3, 8 KOs, 1 sub, 2 fight losing streak. However, that last fight that he lost against Gamrot was kind of not a proper loss because he did just do his knee. Anyways, his last fight between the two, as I said, went to Gaethje via majority decision. Was an absolute banger of a fight with a whole bunch of striking. Should be the same. I'm taking the underdog Gaethje on that one. Then Alex Pereira and Mahomed Ankalaev in the light heavyweight division. The fight we've been waiting for. The main event. The fight that people have said Alex has been ducking. I don't think he's been ducking it. Anyways, Pereira 1.83 favorite on the betting line to Ankalaev's 2 flat underdog. Pereira 12-2, 10 KO, TKO wins, going for his 5th title defense already in the light heavyweight division. In case you weren't sure, he's won all his title fights by KO, TKO. So this guy's cracked. Ankalaev 21-1, 11 KO, TKO wins. He's finally getting his title shot. Since the last time he fought, since his draw against Jan Blachowicz at the end of 2022 when he fought for the belt. Anyways, a lot of people are saying that Ankalaev is going to shoot for as soon as the first chance he gets. So hopefully Pereira can stuff that. Pereira has a 70% takedown defense, meaning 70% of the time he stops the takedown. So hopefully he'll manage to stop that and keep it on the feet. And I think he'll just knock Ankalaev out. Pereira by knockout. That's my prediction. But anyways, if you did like this video and you enjoyed this long UFC rundown and prediction, I will only do it for numbered cards. So if to the 5 people that watch this, if you like it, leave a like, put a comment, share the link or something. And I'll see you next time.